Ah! That's how I feel inside. That's not enough guitar. I was hit by lightning walking down the street. I was hit by something last night in my sleep. It's a dead man's party. Who could ask for more? Everybody's coming, leave your body at the door. Leave your body and soul at the door. Don't run away, it's only me. Don't be afraid of what you can see. Don't run away, it's only me. Don't be afraid of what you can see. Yeah. Someone got it. Jeff Militich got it. There's an obscure cover for you. Welcome to Dead Dodge Garage Live, the show where we break microphones. And we all get drunk and eat cheese. Dennis Wheeler, I haven't finished my snack yet. Welcome, everybody. Glad you could make it. 80 of you out there already. That's awesome. Hopefully the audio is better tonight. And by better, I mean kind of back to where it was. We're now running on the world's crappiest condenser microphone. Previously, it was the world's second crappiest condenser microphone. So that's where we're at. Donnie weathered the storm and is here. That's great news. It looks like some parts of down there are not doing so hot. Jeff Kerouac. That's wonderful, but can you play Smoke on the Water? Actually, Smoke on the Water, was that the first song I learned? It was terrible at the time, of course. Or was the first one... Iron Man. It was one or the other. I can't remember. That was Dead Man's Party by Oingo Boingo, in case anyone didn't know that. I suspect many people probably didn't know that. And it was a terrible rendition, and it's way better with a band. I am a little bit quiet. I can promise there will be audio problems. Like, if you're looking for audio problems, you have come to the right live stream. Anyway. How is everybody doing? Sounds like, mostly Mopar. Hurricane went right through here. No real damage to my property. People in our county will be out of power for weeks. Wow. Been repairing generators instead of Mopars. Yeah, that's fun times. Got Kugler. How are you, Jamie? I'm all right. I've been building a patio for the last 2 days, so my palm is just one big blister that opened, so that's awesome. Now it's all full of paver sand. Everything hurts more than usual, and I'm tired. The ramp truck could use a snack rack. I agree.
And will Penetrol keep my tan shiny? I think it will. Might give you cancer, but yeah. Lovejoy is here for the audio problems. Wow. Lovejoy's name got censored. I'll be damned. Might help in the algorithm. I don't know. Oh, dang. John Chapman is here, alive in rehab hospital in Asheville. Took a big hit. Hello, John. That's unfortunate, but glad you could join us here. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to pull up the live comments. Yeah. Danny Elfman got big into the soundtrack thing, but Oingo Boingo is great, except for the songs that are terrible, and there are some. The funny thing about playing that song is I've been humming Only a Lad constantly for the last 2 days. I don't even know why. But I was thinking about it, and I don't think I could play that one. But in the 30 seconds before I went live, I figured out how to play Dead Man's Party. I've never played it before. Yeah. Ray wants to see the DDG logo on the door of the ramp truck, and he will be satisfied. That is coming. It's on the list. Kind of hoping to put new doors on there first, but, I might just do it. But yeah, it's in my plan. 38 Racing. Hey, y'all. Jamie, hope you're well. I'm pretty well. Thanks for joining us here. Oh, yeah. No, I knew you censored it. I got that. Yeah, that's understandable. 5 minutes. Remember how I said this was the world's crappiest condenser microphone? Yeah, sometimes it just does that. Which is why I wasn't using it. Anyway, we're just going to have to suffer through. Anyway, that's Byron. He helped me build a thing. Which is not done. Nowhere near done. But anyway, I missed a whole bunch of comments before I hopped in. Of course, Stacy Renner is here. Rich Jordan. Avon, what is up? Dan Orcutt is here from Alaska. Robert Fitch. Mopar Jimmy, who said, great videos this week. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate that. David Bisnett, enjoyed the videos this week. Quick question. Oh, okay, yeah. And I saw Tom answered that question for him. Okay. About K members. And I'm glad Tom was here for that because I actually don't really know. Mike Holst, how's it going? Granddad's Junk is here from New Zealand. And yeah, everybody who... I'm just too loud. That's the problem. It just comes and goes. I don't know. I'm going to smash every microphone I own with a hammer. After 30 days or the first month or whatever, your frat sock changes color. So pretty much everybody here is now a dark blue. And then next month there'll be another color and then another color. There's at least 6. And I might make more later. I did check. I don't think there's any way to make a special color for gold members, and I would love to do that. Alas. Glenn Uromi, how's it going? Jimmy Baps, what's up? Bell James is here sipping on a jar of Shine Juice. Yeah. How's Penetrol taste? I got enough of it on my skin. Yeah, that wasn't good. Don't do that. And it probably does cause, it's known to the state of cancer to cause California for sure. My sister is here and said, hit the like and whatnot. Please do. And I'm getting the stupid internet emblem, so if I slow down, I apologize. Oh, wow. Connor Lake Havasu picked up a duster from my neck of the woods. You got a lot of rivers. We only have one. Yeah, we got a bunch. Thank you, Jamie, for putting the Mopar back in me. Well, you're welcome, I think. Metvel also bought a Chrysler product today. I'll be damned. What'd you get? Penetrol. Piece of garbage. Penetrol burns your tummy. Nice. Rooster, what is up? Greetings, Earthlings. And Jeff Militich with us from the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. What'd you get me for my birthday? Satisfaction of a job well done? I know you're a Libra now. Yeah. Tom made some apple cider. Jealous. Big jealous. Everything's going bad. So Alan Perryman, who I'm sure I saw his name a minute ago, has volunteered to buff the Imperial, and so I think we're gonna do that. And we'll see how that goes. He seemed really excited about it, so who am I to deny him of that level of excitement and pleasure? Yeah, Ross says boiled linseed oil works too. Very true, but apparently it's super flammable. Bullwag says the paint. Fuck off. Paint yearns for the ATF. Yeah, that'd work too. My sister will send Lovejoy to the corn. Nice. Penetrol works great, and I have a ton of it, and it was free. So I'm going to keep using it. It's holding up really well so far. It's rained several times, and both rigs I've done are still looking good. So, yeah. 38 Racing asks if I have heard that Stone Soup made it down a racetrack. Yeah, I did hear that. It's amazing. Not only did Stone Soup go down a racetrack, it drove there. And Vic is actually here in the comments and offering to do vinyl for my doors. I don't think Vic quite understands. Like, I appreciate the offer, but I'm not gonna do vinyl on anything. It's got to be hand painted, or I'm not gonna bother. That is the vibe, especially of the ramp truck. That's the look. So anyway, yeah, Penetrol is going to be plan B on the Imperial. I as I said in the ramp truck video today, I was testing it on the ramp truck to see how I liked it in preparation to do the Imperial. And then Alan said, I'll buff it for you. So I think that's what we're going to do. As soon as I get it back here, there are currently new tires for it, which is not normally how you start projects like this, at least not how I do, but there are brand new shiny tires from the internet sitting at Rocket right now. Full Garage is here. How's it going? Yeah, Donnie sent me a message too. Wild ride, but he's okay. I don't think you can. I don't think just anyone can at people in the comments. I think only mods can do that. I'm pretty sure, because I've tried it in other live streams and it doesn't work. But mods can do it. Well, here, we're going to test the theory. Here we go. Because this is Tom's. Tom's is that. No, it didn't even work for me. Figure that one out. Oh, Vic will drive out and paint it. Okay, let's go. Helping hand can at as a civilian. Well, I don't know. I've seen it. I don't know. Gun Pro Shop is here. What's happening, Tracy? His Fratzog is also darker blue now. Nice. So, something, I'm a turtle. Explore the space. It sounds good, but I need to hear that cowbell. It was better than, was that last week or 2 weeks ago that I just could not do voices? Anyway, it's getting better, but it's still not great. Dan Tupper, what is up? Steven Andrews is here. I imagine you've talked to Tom about your truck by now. I started on it. Kinda. It's going to be an interesting video. Let's just say that. Yeah. Russ Peters Derelicts. Hey, Jamie, weird problem. 87 Dakota 3.9 auto. Engine dies when I turn the headlights on. Grounding issue? Maybe? That's a weird one. Huh. I don't know. Spitfire Mike with a similar weird question. Yeah, Chris Freemaster got it to work. It's never worked for me. I'm gonna try this. Let's try this. I know Tom's. Let's try this. Oh, now I did it wrong. What an embarrassment. I suck. Anyway, I'll just take your word for it that it works. Spitfire Mike. My 91 Dodge Diesel has a spastic voltage at idle, bit of throttle smooths out. My 92 is doing exactly the same thing. I have the external... Yeah, weird. Rust Beater's just getting a good voltage and his still does that. Yeah, check your grounds. It's a good idea. Spitfire Mike, my Cummins does exactly that same thing, except it flashes all the time forever, and I'm going to dive into that in the next video. I have an external regulator, so I'm going to assume you probably don't. But, yeah. Vic is super excited to see me finish up the Turbo Slant. He might have a friend in the community that's willing to replicate it for him. That'd be sick. Won't show the highlight to the person typing. Really? That's weird. Huh. Ross with a Mopar Tech question. How difficult is it to upgrade an iron case push button 727 to a newer one and keep the push buttons? If you have an iron one, you can't even change to the newer one because the crank flange is different. Wow. Okay, well, maybe I just don't know how tagging works. Did you ever consider that? Yeah. This is too much. There's too much. You pretty much can't do that, Ross. And even if you have a later engine and a later transmission push button with the later setup, it's not going to work. 65 transmissions have a slip yoke but still have push buttons. That's a way to go. Engine upgrade too. Okay, yeah, but you're still pretty much screwed on the push buttons, honestly. There's as far as I know, there's no easy way to make it work. That's not to say it's impossible. You know, you could probably hook the... But I don't know if it'll be strong enough. I don't know. There may be a way to make it work. But yeah, can't you put in the different flange? The flange is part of the crankshaft helping hand, so you would have to change the crank. But he's upgrading his engine anyway. But again, the base question is, can you make the push buttons work with the later torque flight? And the basic answer is no, but there's not with factory pieces. Let's just leave it at that. Like, it may be possible, but not easily. Not easily. Aw. C. Kramer 115. Took my 440 out for a spin today. No matter how I said it sounds like it wants to party, I can't achieve the same combination of joy and earnestness as when Jamie says it. It's one of my superpowers. Anyway, thanks for that. And sounds like a party. Yeah. Wow. Rooster's got a friend in Lake City, Florida, who has a shed on his cars, no power for a week or two, 140 mile an hour winds. Dude, that's crazy. That is crazy. That AMC guy, how hard is it to do a heater core on my little 88 Ram? I actually haven't done one in that generation. But no, it's not done under hood. It's done from inside. You have to split the heater box. Be thankful you don't have AC. It should be the same. Yeah, I've done one in a Little Red Express, of all things, 79. And you split the box. And it basically kind of sort of comes right out. The box barely sneaks around the dash. It's a little tricky. But yeah, it can be done. Cypher F, what is up? Oingo Boingo predates me. Almost all of the music that I like predates me. Well, Doomsday Fish sounds like a punk rock band, yeah. Does the air smell like sulfur out there? Does this smell like chloroform to you? There you go. Gary Hergert coming in here with some fighting words. Pretty rare that Tom's video did better than yours the last 2 weekends. It's really screwed up of you to say. But yeah, Tom's last couple videos have done very well. And mine have sucked a big one. And that's just how it goes. You know, and by sucked a big one, I mean, like today's ramp truck video is 8 or 9 out of 10, but it still got 6,200 views in 6.5 hours. So like, it's still pretty good. It's just not, I've had so many recently that are like almost double that or more than double that. So, you know, I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. The Orange Cuda video yesterday was my worst performing video in ages. Like, I don't care how many more orange E-bodies show up at Rocket. I am never doing an orange E-body video again, ever. Because they just tank. Dr. Art is here. What's up, Dr. Art? Hello, Jamie and everybody else. Big Richard lives. Took him for his first drive today. Thanks to everybody for their support. That's awesome. Congratulations, my friend. And there will be a PCM in your mailbox this week. Probably a little later this week. But I went ahead and shipped it on the slow boat. He's not going to sell that thing or do anything with it till spring. So, you know, it is what it is. Josh Jesh is here. How's it going? Ray says WD-40 works great for a shine. Yeah, briefly. They yearn for the mines. Wow. Oh, what Metville bought was a clean 100 PT Cruiser owned by a mechanic with a packet of receipts, new transmission timing belt. Dang, that's awesome. Les Sherritt asking if I happen to have a Borg Warner T10 laying around for sale. I actually do. Weirdly, but it is from a Studebaker. So the bell housing pattern is the same as Ford. Or is that wrong? Or is it GM? Damn it. Maybe it is GM. Because we put a TKO 500 in that and used the original bell housing. I think it's GM. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Tom said, same with the Superbirds. They just don't do well. Yeah, compared to the 81 Challenger and the LeBaron and the Smash Saratoga and the Imperial Revival, Superbirds didn't do anything for me either. Eric Holsinger is here. How's it going there? Oh, Scott Sullivan says, it's not the orange E-body, it's football season. Your videos were fine. Yeah, I actually thought it was a really good video, and several comments, like all the comments said, this is great, love this. Someone said, Jamie, you are truly the master of this style of video. No one else does it better. And I really appreciate that. But the fact of the matter is, it's down on views by a lot. And that was yesterday. Was there a football game yesterday? You know, it is what it is. Yeah. Alan Perryman said, Tom is nailing it. His passion for the VIN decoding is awesome. Yeah, that's what I said to him yesterday. I watched his video and I was like, dude, this is awesome. Like, and it's doing very, very well for him. And I was like, take all the notes from this you can. Like, that is what people want to see from you, so do more of that. And he was like, well, you know, I don't have so many cars that are good for that. And I was like, dude, I can think of 10 on the property right now. You know, maybe it's not every video, but again, like, clearly there is something there because he knows them so well. He knows the option codes and the little ins and outs. And yeah, it's the kind of thing I could never do. I could never, like, I try to do details. I pick certain details and tell the story of a car, but I never go in depth like that. The closest I've ever gotten was the 71 Roadrunner. So anyway, yeah. Yep, that's again, it's like, it's right up his alley. He's it works really well for him. Glenn Uromi really liked all the videos this week, especially the CUDA. I was a little surprised about using 1030 in it. Seems pretty light for an engine of that age with the leaks. No, 1030 is fine. If I were here, I always get 2050 high zinc Kendall GT1. But 1030 is okay. I mean, I don't think thicker oil is not going to help the leaks that much. And it may raise oil pressure, but that also reduces flow to the top end. You know, whatever. The 1030 is good. It's good. And that engine, things are dried out, but I don't think that engine's actually like super high mileage or anything. So, yeah. Dennis Wheeler is hearing a theme with Jamie's Chemicals. Free. Exactly. This guy gets it. Yeah. And Bullwig says, nothing quite as cool as hand-painted stuff. Yep. I follow so many of those guys, and by so many, I mean like 4, on Instagram, and I just love their work. I love that style. That's like, that is what I want. So, yeah. Oh, my sister says it only shows up highlighted for the person tagged. But then Helping Hand saw the one I did. So, okay, I don't know. I don't know anything, and I don't want to. Jaybird, greetings and exhaustations, everybody. How's it going, Jaybird? Snowmonk VX, what is up? When are you swapping the turbo slant into your fancy newer Challenger? When hell freezes over? I don't know. Robert Fitch. Yeah, I meant to make that question. Make that comment on the PT Cruiser. I'm still waiting for someone to give me one. Lovejoy says college football is on Saturdays. Copy. Yeah. I would take one for free, and then I'd drive the crap out of it, and then I'd put it on a solid frame. That's my genius plan. Spitfire Mike with a follow-up question. 91 diesel when cold trans takes longer to shift until warmed up a bit. 183K. It's worn out. I mean, those transmissions are on borrowed time. All of them. Mine is... I just fixed the speedometer. If you saw my video today, you know that. And how many miles are on that? It's pretty low, but the dash could have been changed too. No idea. The fluid in it was super nice, and that one shifts pretty well, but I know that it is on borrowed time. It's just how they are. So I think tomorrow I'm going to go pick up a 5-speed, but we'll see if that actually works out. I hope it does. Stacy Renner. Oh, yeah. Notice Lucas hot rod oil in the CUDA video. I've read that it almost has too much zinc at 2100 parts per million. I don't know. I mean, I think it all becomes acidic eventually. Change your oil frequently, and it shouldn't be a problem. Not that I do that. Hi. How you doing? Oh, you went to the park? Nice. Having fun? Being Ellie. Oh. Your face is sticky. Or you whapped it on something. It's been a pretty good day, huh? What do you think of the patio thing we're building? Yeah? Pretty cool? Hell yeah. Alright, have fun. Jay. Oh, yeah. Get a snack sounds good. Hold on, snack break. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I'm good. I got cheese. Thank you, though. Appreciate that. And Caitlin says hi. If I hold still, you should be able to read it. It's the Big Fish Hat, if you Google the Big Fish Hat. But usually they're big. My wife got me this for Christmas, I think. Oh, Grammy says hi, too. Yeah, I don't know about that, Stacy. I'm just going to pretend it's not a problem. Women fear me, fish fear me, men turn their eyes away from me as I walk. No beast dare makes a sound, which is a typo that's on the original hat. No beast dare makes a sound in my presence. I am alone on this barren earth. There's another version of it. I am alone and yet I fish. It ends that way. Yeah. Anyway. Incredible. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, Bullwag says Lake Speed Jr. has done some good testing on high ZDP oils. Very high amounts of it do tend to clash with antioxidants, making the oil acidic much faster. That's interesting. Didn't know that. Never heard of it. Cool. Good to know. 38 Racing said headlights are drawing too much power provided by a poor connection bulkhead connector. Yeah, that is a thought, but we're talking about if it's a 3.9 Dakota, it's 86 at the oldest, and they don't have that same style of bulkhead connector that causes us such problems in classic land. So, yeah, I don't know. Bullwag says high ZDP oils tend to need change more often, race oils especially, formulated for maximum wear protection short term. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Nice. Vic has a new series he's working on called Pretending to be a Car Guy. That's awesome. I love it. Steven Siebel. I checked this a while ago. Notice the Bel Air and CUDA video that both are missing battery hold down. Then I read a story about another doomsday fish washed up. Coincidence? I think not. Mark M is here and has been for a while. How's it going, Mark? We've got We've got a yeah, old iron. I know how I'm gonna fix it on the ramp truck, and there will be a video. I've already done a video on headlight relays. It's a great upgrade for any classic like that, and that's what I'm gonna do on the ramp truck. But also, I have a fluctuating charge voltage issue that I need to get to the bottom of. So I'm gonna do both of those things, and that will be in. That'll be in an upcoming ramp truck video. Bullwag said, "Off to work. Have a fun stream. Don't huff Penetrol. God loves the working man. Don't trust Whitey. See a doctor to get rid of it." Have a good one, Bullwag. Good luck. And yeah, everybody agrees that Doomsday Fish is a great band name. I like it. Oh, Dennis Wheeler. Only thing missing from the last few videos is the obligatory chicken shot. Yeah, I haven't had any of those lately. That's good stuff. Nice. Respirator Derelicts. Turbo Slant project got me thinking. Adding a turbo to a Mopar with an automatic should be easier because no vacuum modulator. Well, Boost will firm up the modulator and firm up the shifts as much as possible. So, actually, that's a problem that solves itself. Yeah. Nice. Vic dug the ramp truck video. Me too, but it was kind of half-assed, honestly. And the thing is, like, my half-assed videos tend to do really well, and that one just didn't. But you know, it's fine. It did fine. It's just not amazing. That's it. Granddad's Junk with a great question. 360 crank into a 318 poly. Does it need any mods? Yes. You can't actually do that. The 360 crank has bigger main journals, so it doesn't fit. So you have two options. You can turn down the 360 crank. You can enlarge the main bearing journals in the 318, which I don't recommend you do. Or you could just buy a 318 stroker crank. Now, an LA 318 stroker crank will fit right in there. No problem. So that is what I would do. You could price the turning operation to get the 360 crank to fit. And even with all that done, it may not be, what am I trying to say? You're going to get through the heat treating. And it's been done with 440 cranks to fit them into 400s many times over the decades, and it's probably fine. But if it's an option for you, and I know you are, you're down yonder where parts may not be as plentiful. If a stroker poly is what you want to do, I'd just try and find a crank that actually fits. Yeah, Ray, that's it. Does this rag smell like chloroform to you? Robo Style, how's it going? Oh, Ben Braddock with a good point. Lots of fans on the East Coast without power, so obviously views may go down. That makes good sense. Hadn't even thought about that. Again, you know, it's hard being where I am because I have the numbers, but I don't necessarily know why the numbers are what they are. YouTube just tells you, people don't like this video as much. And I say the thing about the orange E-bodies specifically because the last orange E-body I did was also it didn't do well. And so it's been a recurring theme. The ramp truck one today, it did about what I expected. I guess I expected a little bit more. That's a great point, Paul Shea. Yes, my grid heaters do not work. Mine are totally dead. And yes, when the grid heaters are on, your charge gauge should go boing, and they will cycle after the truck starts. So I'm not sure on an 89. Second gens definitely do that. I can't remember if my 89 did that or not. Been a while. But anyway. Drunk Man Talking is here and said something to I like this chat. Thank you. Appreciate that. And he's got a 318 5-speed NV3500 in a single cab Dakota. Nice. That sounds like a fun truck. We swapped a 5.2 Magnum into 92 short bed 2-wheel drive Dakota for a friend of mine with a 5-speed, and that was fun. More on the auto to stick conversion in your diesel. New or used? It is used. I'm paying $1,500 for a transmission, bell housing, and block adapter, and it's second gen stuff, so I have to use all second gen stuff. Unfortunately, he already sold the starter. Didn't realize they were too different until too late, so I'm gonna have to get a reman one. All the clutch hydraulics, cross member, shifter, flywheel, clutch, like everything for 1500, but it is used, so it's probably bad because that's what the NV4500 does. Yeah, try and find a donor. I've been looking for a long time. Since getting that truck, essentially, I've been looking for a stick. I wanted to do something better, and bigger and more speedier, but NV4500 is a good transmission, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Paul Steinberg, how's it going? Anyway, yeah, there will be a a video coming on the 5-speed swap in the ramp truck. Don't worry about that. Gene Z rolled in late about 14 minutes ago. Sorry I'm late. I was out bashing my Jeep into rocks all day. That's awesome. I need to wheel my Cherokee more. No one is buying it. I got a bunch of $1,200 offers, and I told all those guys to screw off. So I guess I just own it forever. I was offered it was a 5-speed extended cab 92 Dakota today. But clearly the driver's door had smashed into the fender because of the pin things. That was all screwed up. Other than that, it was kind of a nice truck. But what he said was 5-speed extended cab. He did not specify engine, and that means V6. And also, I don't want a Dakota. I'm not a Dakota guy at all. And apologies to all the Dakota guys in the crowd. I know we have some. They're cool, and I get it. But I'm not a small truck guy. I have 2 Cummins trucks. I don't need a Dakota. So I said, it looks like a sweet truck, but no thanks. Not my thing. Lovejoy, my wife wants to build a conversion van. Told me I have to pick the van and she'll do the conversion part. Nice. My wife and I were going to build out that high top van. I was going to do a Cummins 4BT overdrive automatic swap in it, and then we were going to build the interior and make an awesome diesel camper hauler. And it never happened. And I sold the 4BT as part of buying my 68 Charger because I needed a whole lot more money than I had. And, well, I still have the damn van for some reason, but I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm trying to get my friend Mike to just take it for free. Please don't do that. Please stop making wing cars out of cars that aren't the right cars. Like, I'm all for cloning them. It's not, whatever. It's your life, but I'm not into that. Old Iron. Think I can get my 225 head with the intake and exhaust manifolds attached on block without a hoist? Just 3 guys? I wouldn't. That sounds terrible. But I mean, it can't weigh a whole lot more than just a Cummins head, and I've done that without a hoist with 3 guys, but it really sucked. Robert Lee wants to know who I pissed off tonight because he was only seeing 75 likes. Boop. I've got 107. That's pretty good. If you haven't hit like on the stream, you should do that because it does stuff for the thing with the deal. Probably because I haven't said that yet. Anyway. Scott Sullivan. Jamie, a lot of the big channels do Friday or Monday premieres. It keeps stuff out of the way of sports. And I understand that. I do often do Fridays. It's just I ran out of time this week. Everything was crazy, and I did not get a Friday video done. Even so, my Saturday and especially Sunday videos, my Sunday videos, with today being an exception, and maybe for the rest of football season, my Sunday videos always do the best. Like, far and away. If I have something really good, I save it for Sunday, and it always does well. So, anyway, and the reason I don't do Friday, like my big video, like just Friday every week, is specifically because FiScript does that. And I'm sure a couple other channels too, but I know do too, but he does. So I don't do that. Anti-Stupid wants to know, do you drop the front of the oil pan a little when you do the front seal so the seal and cover might center on the crank better? If you're doing, yeah, because you have to pull the cover to do the seal depending on which cover you're dealing with. That would be a smart thing to do. Whether I do it or not, The last handful I've done, I did, but really it was just to ease installation and removal of cover. Yeah. Daniel McIntyre. Just watched Tom's hoarder video. That was a while ago. He said you're going to organize his part stash. Dude, I saw your shop closure video. I was really good at organizing things. I love organizing things. The problem is when you don't have the time to do it. And the idea was he pays me for my time and he has me use some of that time to organize. And I actually already have quite a bit back there. But there's so much more that needs done. So much more. I organized that shop quite a bit. The middle room in there. Several times I rolled through there. It's just, you do it, and then a week later, this is still a working shop. And so it just doesn't last. It doesn't last. And unless you can like pay someone to keep your shop clean and orderly at all times, it won't happen. Just won't happen. And I'm just one man. So yeah, people are always like, why is your shop such a mess? I don't know, because I got better shit to do. I clean once every 7 months or so. That's not... There we go. Oh, once every 100,000 years or so, when the sun doth shine and the moon doth glow and the grass doth grow. How do you actually play that? I think that was right. Anyway. I actually did that in a video once, now that I'm thinking about it. Jeff Curry, I'd like to get a Fiero and put a V8 in it. That just seems like a good idea. I agree with you. Captain Kurt's Garage with a great question. Have you seen the 71 wing cars that a couple built from the original Chrysler plans? There's actually a website for those. It's 71 wing cars. Or is it second? I think it's 71 wing cars. I don't want to lie to you. They have a whole website and they make the parts and stuff. I think it's 71wingcars.com. Nope, that ain't it. No, stop it. God, you piece of garbage. 71 wing cars. Gary and Pam Benecki? Yeah, they had a website. Maybe it's gone. Yeah, because yes, I have. I've seen it and I think that's cool. But it's not, it's the only wrong year I'll accept. Let's just leave it at that. I actually do find that interesting again because they had planned to do it. And they went to great lengths to make it right. Yeah. Yeah, Robert Fitch, and I think someone else also said, it was Robert. Junk expands to fill the amount of space available. You're absolutely right. That is very, very true. Tyler Rafferty wants to know, why do you live stream the same time as Uncle Tony? Seems like you would both benefit from offset scheduling. Because when I was starting live streaming 2 years ago, there was only really one live stream I'd ever hung out in, and it was on Sundays. And I was like, Sunday seems like a good day for live streaming. And so I did that. That one live stream I ever hung out with was Uncle Tony's. So isn't it weird that I thought Sunday was a good day for it? Anyway, there are a handful of people that do both streams. It's not a problem for two reasons. Number one, there's a hardcore group that hangs out for the entire stream, but mostly, I don't know if that's true for me, but at least Tony says the average view time of his live is like 25 to 30 minutes, right? So no one's hanging out for the whole 2 hours anyway. Not no one. There are people that do. There are names you see again and again, and obviously we have a big group of those here. Yeah, anyway, it's just totally random that he and I overlap by an hour. Neither of us really sees it as a problem. I usually get about a 15, 20 member bump when he ends. So again, like, I don't really see it as that big of an issue. But yeah, understandable question. But it was not on purpose, but I guess it kind of was. And at the time, I had... How many subscribers did I have then? Like 1,500? I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, at the time, I never thought that I would be at any level even approaching Tony and that it would become an issue. And I didn't know that I was going to do it every week, but it worked really well. So I've done it every week ever since, except for twice, I think. Something like that. A question about my 1966 Harmony Sovereign 1206. Yes, that is a Sovereign. I actually have a second one over there. It's a piece of crap. It has 5 strings. And I have it for slide stuff. Yeah, Greg R. Groff's got it exactly. DDG and UTG live at the same time was accidentally on purpose. You got it. Yeah. Tony's fine. He always has 300, 350 people in his lives. So it's not like I'm taking anything away from him. And usually we're around 200 here. We have 157 right now. So again, like, I'm not concerned about that. And there are people that hop back and forth. Yeah, it's never really been a problem. Lovejoy. I had the coolant leak fixed on my 2.7 Chrysler. Now the coolant comes out the overflow when idling. Any ideas? Was it overfilled? Was it beyond the cold level when filled by chance and it was cold? Oh, Josh Homan is here and says Tony's wrapping up right now. Really? That's pretty early for him. I'll be damned. Coolant comes out the overflow when idling. Is your pressure cap bad? Is it actually over full? Yeah. Maybe replace your cap. Start there. Oh, wow. Joe's Mopar Mess is here, and I believe he's got the 67 Charger, right? Went to Mopar Cars and Coffee and got to see an original 66 Hemi Charger, 50K miles. That is awesome. I think that would be my dream Hemi car, would be a 66 Charger. I would also accept a Coronet. That would be cool. Yeah, Russ Beaters. Yeah, wing cars, they weren't actually banned outright. They were... damn it, this was the 1970 year, right? They were saddled with smaller engines, the 305 cubic inch limit. Maybe they were banned outright the next year, but I thought essentially they were just ruled out of being competitive. But yeah, it all ended right then. Jeff Hutchins is here and says, Uncle Tony Invasion. How's it going, everybody? What is up? Oh, Boomer. Boomer's here also and says, Tony bailed, so here I am. How's it going? Yeah. Drug Man talking. Yes, if it is bubbling in the overflow, that would be a good question. Yep. But, yeah. AMC guy. Chevy complained too much because they couldn't keep up with Ford or Dodge. But, you know, I mean, it's understandable from NASCAR's standpoint. Trying to keep it more competitive. And, yeah, 1971, they could only run a 305. Car almost won the race anyways. Yes. Which is awesome. But I just don't remember if they were out and out banned after 71 or if they just weren't competitive or weren't considered competitive. I don't remember. Anyway. Chevy should have just built better engines. Have you heard of the Big Block? Oh, Ben Braddock. Bill France said they violated stock car because they were making them in limited production just to race them. That was the official version. Truth is, they got scared when they hit over 200. Thank you, Ben. That's exactly what I was about to say. Like, vulgar display of speed and power. Like, NASCAR had very good reasons for wanting to keep that down. That's what I was just trying to explain. But I saw something shiny. Yeah, welcome everybody. Mexican Spec, what is up? When at operating temp, it just pisses straight out. Yeah, it better be over full. If it continues to go through a couple heat cycles, Lovejoy, and if it's still doing that, I would be concerned. Dan's Garage wanted to know if this is a tech live. This is a half and half. I do answer tech questions, but we also just kind of BS and talk about stuff. Sometimes we talk about things that aren't even cars, which is crazy. It is a car channel, but anyway. Robert Fitch, do you ever think we'll see Uncle Tony in this here live chat? We've seen Uncle Tony in this live chat. He used to hop in after his lives every week, but we haven't seen him in the comments in a while, so I don't know if he still does that. And that was an impressive sound, I thought. He hopped in this live 3 times, I think. I think he's been on 3 times. So once when I was on the Chicago trip, and I think 2 other times. Something like that. And I've been on with him 4 or 5. Yeah. I clicked the button that looks like a thumbs up. I'm opposed to do that, right? Yeah, that would be ideal. Thank you, Snowmonk. Jaybird, the mic that broke last week, I just threw to the side and I grabbed the world's worst condenser microphone. And if I talk too loud or too close to it, it glitches out for a few seconds. But so this is why I don't use it for music anymore. But it does kind of sort of work as long as I'm careful, which I'm not. Yeah. Chris Freemaster, are the headlights ground side switched? No. Would a missing engine ground possibly cause this? Maybe. I don't know. Dan's Garage. Oh, and sorry, yeah, I hadn't. Just so you know, Dan, because I saw a more recent comment from you asking if this was a tech live. I look at live comments, but I also try and get to everybody's questions and stuff. And so I am, 20 minutes late to your question. I apologize. Spark plug recommendation for a 70s 318. For me, cheap is good. And I always use Champions. I have piles of them. Just Mopar Joe will tell you the Champions are garbage. And it's not that he's wrong. I just like garbage. And it's also what was installed in their factory. NGKs are fine too. I've been getting cheap NGKs from the local parts house, and they're fine. So, yeah, some people like Autolites. Honestly, to me, a spark plug is a spark plug. They make sparks, and yeah, plugs for a 73. Yeah, I'm answering your question right now. I would just go to your parts store and get whatever's cheapest. That's what I would do. The factory spec Champion or whatever NGK replacement they recommend, or an Autolite 66. The Champion number is... Nope, can't remember it. Never can. Oh yeah, Mossneck is here, my brother-in-law. He tasted Marvel Mystery Oil earlier. He says it's minty. It smells like cotton candy, which is amazing. Oh, Snowmonk did headlight relays on his 67 Charger. Nice. Very cool. Rustbeater Derelict says N14. It's a long number. It's like RC14YC? RN14YC? I don't remember. Yeah, cheap and sparky. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, Drunk Man Talking said, Uncle Tony has some old school knowledge you can't get in college. I have learned so much from Uncle Tony. I watch all his videos for exactly that reason. There are certain times where he starts talking about things that I have no interest in, and that's okay. And there are certain things we do not agree on, and that's okay too. I really value information that I get from him. I've learned so much from him. There's just the general way he attacks things. That was huge for me. So, yeah, I have learned a lot from his channel. And thank you, Drunk Man Talking. I appreciate that. Drunk Man Talking run NGK's regular platinum. Just keep them fresh. I mean, you should get a lot of miles out of those. I had a $5 super chat from Patrick Radcliffe. Thank you for that. Few ducats for another local Mopar guy. Thanks for the cool content. Even the FOMOCO stuff. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate that. Yeah. Tyler C says, the ramp truck looks very presentable. We'll see how long the Penetrol holds up. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I've wondered about that. And I have heard maybe 6 months-ish might need to reapply. No problem. I'll reapply it. It takes 5 minutes. Knock the mud off first. Yeah, and Tom kind of answered this in the question, but Vic was asking, what about a manual for a 62 Dodge Lancer? Yeah, you just want the factory service manual, the FSM. That will tell you everything. Back in that day, you could get a manual from the factory that had every piece of information you could possibly need to service it. It's amazing. You should see the mountain of crap on my desk. Just found my GoPro. That's good. Extra headphones. 71 Super Bee. Nice. Ooh. Signet Turbo badge. Very cool. Dale's Demon with some string cheese. A Demon patch from McLovin. I haven't seen his name yet. That's weird. That's not normal at all. Anyway, somewhere in this pile, 10 more Hot Wheels, Come and Go shirt, Magnum wiring diagrams, a magazine Tony wrote almost single-handedly. Anyway, here is a factory service manual. This one is for the 55 Plymouth, 55 and 6, because they're very similar. And this, God, it's amazing. I mean, they tell you how to rebuild the starter in here. They tell you, there it was. I just saw it. That is a diagram of all of the starter components and how they go together and how to clean them and how to resurface them. There's distributor rebuild, all the steps. There's how you change out the bushing. There's the part number for the tool. Like, the level of detail is insane in the factory service manuals from this time. It's insane. There's carburetor. There are tuning tricks. There's linkage. There's the specs. There's there's a breakdown, component breakdown on the poly engine. It's just amazing. So all you need to service one of these cars effectively is a factory service manual for it. So find one of those and you're going to have a good time. Rooster says, if you guys caught my last video, I have perfected how to break everything I touch. That is a talent. JJ super subbed. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ross, does the Gen 1 Cummins have a common ground for all, like the second gens? Yeah, the one on the second gen. Yeah, wet on a 2B. No, I'm fully aware of that. Sorry, I'll get to that in a second. And Gregor Groff said RJ14. It maybe it's, I don't know. RN14YC. I have no idea. I don't know. Anyway, one common ground on the second gen Cummins. They have dual batteries, so they have two large grounds going to each battery. They have, what else do they have? You might have had, if your automatic did weird things, it's the one ground that goes down to the PCM, but that's not the only ground. They actually have several grounds, at least on the late second gen. So I don't know about what you're talking about. But anyway, What's on a 2B said, Jamie, not to harp on it, but I learned that Mom Mopar changed B5 formulations. Yes, they did. Dale's Demon is not the earlier B5 Blue. B5 Blue. Dale's Demon is GB5, and the first digit signifies 1971. So the earlier version is actually EB5 because it came out, or it was coded that way in 69, I think. And the color codes were all weird in 68, but I think it's roughly the same color. Anyway, I don't know if you'll, like, it's not that these are even painted right necessarily. Yeah, see, this one kind of just looks normal B5, but this also kind of looks too dark, so I don't know. For 71, it's a different color. It is not actually the same color. So yeah, B5 over the years changed. I'm sure there are other colors that did as well. But the color on Dale's Demon looks very dark. That's why. They darkened B5 in 71. So GB5 is actually kind of sort of the right code. But if you look at the paint chart, it's still called B5. And on my window sticker, which I have, it's still called B5. But on the build plate, it would be GB5, I think. Pretty sure. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, it is not the same color. They called it B5, but it is not the same. So there you go. Big Bad Jones. Hey, I'm late, but can anyone recommend rear shocks for a 72 Coronet? KYB or Bilstein are the only two decent, not mega expensive shocks you can get. You could try and buy decent quality, higher quality Monroes from O'Reilly. Do not bother with the cheap blue ones. They're garbage. They are garbage. They'll be garbage when you put them on. And they'll be even worse after a couple months. Yeah. I don't know that that's true. I'm pretty sure it's still ZDDP in the diesel oil, but it also has anti-sooting additives, and just generally it's formulated for diesels. I don't know that what is in it does nothing, but again, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the same ZDDP because I've seen charts on that, but I don't know. I'm not an oil expert. I know some things. If you can't afford floor pans, what gauge of metal should I use? The same as factory, and I don't remember what that is. So you might want to check. Lovejoy. I've encountered a strange phenomenon since No Name, the No Name Nationals, where I can't make a post in a Facebook car group talking about my Fifth Avenue without people asking if I was the guy at No Name. That's awesome. Aren't you that YouTube guy? Yeah, that happens to me. It has happened to me at local car shows. Respirator derelicts. RN. R equals resistor. N is long reach. Yup. With metal gasket ring. Yup. 9 to 18 is the heat range. I understand that. C at the end means copper core. So what's the Y? What's the Y? Yeah. I know the heat range thing. And I always have to look at a chart because some of them go one way numerically and some of them go another way. Have no fear, the Dougster is here, and so is Dalton Sparks. Bunch of people just rolled in. How's it going? Is everybody watching a ball game or what? Yeah. Nice. Huh. Byron says, one of the main guys in the Washington Gambler 500 group didn't know who you were, but his daughter did. I'll be damned. That's awesome. Yeah, it's happened to me twice at local car shows where I was just talking and someone walked up and went, I know who you are. My voice is kind of distinct. And then there are a handful of people who I've been recognized at car shows by people that I kind of sort of recognize from the car scene and from selling them car parts over the years and working on their cars and that kind of thing. People that now watch my channel but actually know me from real life. So that's cool. I like that. But at least a couple times I've just been talking and someone went, I know who you are. Because, of course, I'm not on video all the time. I'm only on video occasionally, and so you wouldn't necessarily know what I look like. Unless you watch everything. Y equals, why did you buy this pile? Why? Because we like you. Nice. Dogs are freaking out. Nice. I was gonna say something else about being. When I was in Portland, the other one, Woodburn. When I was at Woodburn, when we were leaving, because I was recognized about a handful of times, and that's cool. You know, I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. That's cool. It is getting harder to go places, but I enjoy it. Hello. When we were leaving the show, I was walking with Colin and Henry, and we were like halfway. There was a long way to where we parked. We were like halfway there, and a guy with two other guys going past us the other way did not try to be discreet at all. Just to his friends as we were passing, was like, I think that's Jamie Atwood. It is Jamie Atwood. That was fun for me. Because he knew my whole name, and he didn't just call me Dead Dodge Garage. Anyway, Fleetwood, what is up? I'm way behind on comments up here. Oh, yeah, Tom got a Getrag, a gut bag 5-speed for his 73 crew cab. We're going to come and swap that, and it's going to be mint. I had the engine that you needed 3 times. Anyway, yeah, we'll find one. I have noticed that Cummins engines are getting cheaper. So, yeah, now's probably going to be the time to buy. I think. Do I need an agent? I don't need an agent. Jeff Curry with a good comment there. My wife doesn't. She doesn't like car shows. And that's... My wife's a vegetarian, which pretty much makes me a vegetarian. That's not why I don't like going to car shows. I also don't really like car shows, if I'm honest. Yeah, you know, they have their moments, but I don't, yeah. It's not my rock and roll fantasy. I'd rather go on a drive than go to a car show, but I go now and again. And locally, they've been doing a Friday night cruise, and I'd like to do that. I should do that at least once. Patrick Sullivan is here. How's it going? Just watched the ramp truck video. Agreed. good enough. Yes, dear. Hi. Your grandma, your aunt, and at least someone else said hi to you.
Hi. I just ate a bunch of spicy Takis.
You ate a bunch of spicy Takis. Wow. That's interesting. Why would you do that?
No.
Yeah. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah.
We'll turn on Ava Vision. There, now we can actually hear you. Is there anything you want to say to the people?
Hi.
All right. Yes.
It burned.
Sometimes you like spicy stuff. Kinda. But not all the time. And not that spicy. Yeah. Oh yeah, show the people that. I gotta play through that later. That's my hot dog amp. No, well, we have a hot dog microphone too. Where'd the hot dog microphone go?
Hot dog microphone?
Oh yeah, there it is. What crazy stuff happens if you plug the hot dog microphone into the hot dog amplifier? It just screams. Anyway.
Here, how do I do that?
It's bad. It's not a good crazy. It's a bad crazy. I would stop doing that because it might unplug stuff. This whole place is a horrible mess. Oh, my sister had a little Treato. Nice. So she's not coherent right now. Good to know. Alan Perryman's thinking of doing a front disc swap on the 68 Dart. It's a fine idea. Probably a good idea considering you probably have the tiny drums. That's not great. I don't care how many touchdowns your basketball team gets either. Never have. Yeah, good times. Russ Peters Derelict with a great t-shirt idea. We specialize in bad ideas. Ooh, I got a teaser for you. Hang on, I gotta go find it. If I can even find it. Let's see. You're just making a lot of noise. Please do not plug that into that. It will make horrible screaming sounds. It's really bad. It's awesome, but it's terrifying. All right. New shirt, and this is designed by Deer Ski, whose actual name I don't know yet and need to learn. Anyway, bam. What do you think? Pretty sick, huh? It's pretty sick. That's the next Dead Dodge Garage shirt. There you go. Spoiler. And then the next one is going to be the ramp truck. We're working on the design for that one. I'm going to see about just launching them both at the same time. It's going to be awesome. Everybody loves it. Oh yeah, the demon shirt's going to be minty. I got to get it mocked up, and then I'm trying to get the ramp truck one done, and then we'll launch both of them. Mexican Spec, your wife tells you what to eat. That was a Pulp Fiction reference, and my wife is not a vegetarian. We eat well around here. Oh yeah. Friggin' minty. Tomato soup, the ramp truck. That was one of the names. Yeah, it was tomato soup. That's a good one. Yeah. What about striking out in football? Yeah. Shirt with a demon on the ramp truck. That's exactly it. The ramp truck shirt is the demon on the ramp truck, and it's fine. I have a ramp truck. Jeff Curry wants to know if a new Bel Air is really coming. I sincerely doubt it. That would be silly. Jeff Hutchins Bead Blast spark plugs. That's great, but it doesn't recover the worn out ground straps or electrodes. I just replace them. Has Tim Liederbrand, has anyone ever made new tin grills for the older Dodge trucks? Do they reproduce any of them? I'm not sure. LMC Truck would be the place to check. Don't worry, I'm a mechanic on YouTube. Yep. Nice. I still want to do the Leaving Tower of Power. That one, yeah, we came up with that one in a live stream a really long time ago, and I want to see if we can work out a design for that. It would be minty. Daniel McIntyre also said, I like the fact you drop multiple vids per week. Thanks for that. You are welcome. I try to have, I did 4 a week for a long time, and that just kind of became too many. I just haven't had the time lately. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of ins, a lot of outs. So it's been 2 to 3, and yeah, I do as many as I can when I can, but anyway, there you go. Derek McMillan, is there a big difference between a 2000 Ram truck wiring harness and the van harness? I got the van for cheap for engine swap on my Shelby truck. Yeah, there's a huge difference, but if you've got a Shelby Dakota, right? Shelby Dakota, that harness is the crappy integrated one anyway, so maybe the van harness is better for you. I don't know. The Ram harness, everything is standalone. The van harness, everything is wrapped in with the lighting and normal van wiring, and it sucks. It's workable. If that's what you want to do, you can make it work, but the Ram harness is so much easier. It's easy mode. That is why I recommend using that. You can set it up totally separate from the truck wiring, and you're good to go. But yeah. Dances with empties. How hard is a 66 Fury with a slant 6 automatic to convert to small block V8? I don't know on a C-body. I don't even know what mounts you would need to do that. I'm sure it's been done, but I know nothing about it. Yeah. Tim Jefferson wants to know if it would be fair to suggest the Ram truck is demonically possessed. Well, whenever the demon's parked on the back, yeah. Druckman Talkin said, thanks for that harness tip. Yeah, you bet. I've got a video on that. Wiring a Magnum swap, how to wire a Magnum swap, or whatever the hell I called it. I just read ahead. I screwed up. That video explained why the Ram harness is the best donor. It is. It's not the only donor, but it's the best one by far. So that's why I recommend getting one of those. John Kelly dropped in and said, I've been subscribed forever. Recently, you basically told me to get off your channel because you didn't understand I was having a joke. Less upset, but I'm over it now. Sorry. I apologize for not understanding your joke. I get so many dick holes in the comments that sometimes I just go into rapid fire screw off mode. And that's not the first one that has slipped through the cracks. I probably need to just get out of the comments, but I like reading them for questions. And, you know, I get a lot of good feedback in there as well. But I apologize for not getting your joke. Clearly that's a failing on my part, not your part. And typing things out like that can be really challenging. There are people who are genuinely total dicks for no reason in the comments and don't understand what I'm doing and have stupid opinions that I have opinions about. And yeah, I apologize if I didn't get your joke. People don't get my jokes often either, so there you go. I don't remember the comment at all, so if it's any consolation. Victor Sabas, perhaps? 85. 79 Aspen, slant 6, not getting gas. Changed carb, fuel pump filter, nothing. Are you sure that's your issue? Sock in the tank could be an issue. Blockage in a line. Hole in a rubber hose from the frame to the pump or from the tank to the frame line. There are various possibilities there. And I could come up with different tests to do to try and get to the bottom of which one it is. But I can't go into all of that right now. An electric pump would be a good way to test. You could blow air back into the tank through your line. You could pressurize the tank with air and a rag in the filler neck with the hose off of the pump. If it blasts fuel out, then you're good. And if it doesn't, you have a sending unit or line problem. If it builds up pressure in the tank and no air comes out, don't do 150 PSI in your tank, by the way. Do like 20 or 30. If it builds pressure up and doesn't blow fuel through, you have a line or pickup problem. So yeah, there you go. Dances with Empties follow-up question on the C-body. Do they need firewall mods? No. Body line 64 on needs firewall mods. And as far as I know, only the early A body has the problem with the firewall in the way, which they fixed in 64. No full size is going to have that problem. Like ever. I don't think. Old Ironer's headed out. See you later, Old Iron. Yeah. Dougster with a great comment. I'll never understand why people think you're young and inexperienced. You talk the talk and walk the walk. Yeah, you're young, but that doesn't mean crap. Don't let them see you bleed. Well, thank you, Dougster. Appreciate that. Some people just don't understand, and that's okay. It's irritating at times, but, you know. Either they're not watching enough to understand that I know what I'm talking about, or they just know that I'm young. I don't know. There's so much to it, and I don't worry about it. I am 34 now, so, you know, there's that. I got some gray hairs. A couple of them. But thanks, Dougster. It's not something that happens all that much anymore. It does still happen. I don't know. I think it's just part of being on the internet. Porkchop Express wants to know, what's your favorite car from each platform? Well, B-body 68 Charger, no problem. A-body is It's either 67 Fastback Barracuda or 70 Dart Swinger. C-Body. I like the 68 Fury two-door fast top, but I think it's probably 70 Sport Fury GT. Yeah, it's the best one. E-Body 70 Challenger. 71's pretty good too, but 70 Challenger. F-Body, no. Everything from there on, no thank you. Good on that. And I really like D100s and W100s. Those are great. At least in the classic era. And hopefully that answers your question sufficiently. Excuse me. Do you think the common man would be able to understand the factory service manual? To a degree, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, Ross with a great point. You know, we usually have about half as many people as Tony, and so it is a little easier to like actually converse in here. But even now, like I'm reading a comment from a half hour ago. You know, I'm looking at the live ones as well, but yeah, there's a lot going on. So yeah, there you go. All Classics is late. How's it going, All Classics? Ooh, I see he's got a new artworky thing. Nice. I can't actually see it from here. Jeff Militich, it's the interweb. If you were a real car guy, yeah. I kicked my 55 Imperial and people think I'm an idiot. Because I kicked a cracked, bubbling trim piece on my car. It wasn't mine at the time, but I would have kicked it anyway. Yeah. Good times. Good times. I read a lot of these comments already, so now I'm scrolling through them. Yeah, I've read all of this guy's comments already, I think, but there's his picture. Drunk man talking. Welcome, fellow Mopar brothers. We found a chill spot. This is it. You made it. Yeah. Let's share it. Respects my hardcore work ethic. Yeah, I have that. It's kind of a problem, honestly. Someone had a comment about can't wait to see the 4-speed in your ramp truck, and I don't know where that went, but I'm putting a 5-speed in it, not a 4-speed. That's not enough speeds. I gotta have an overdrive. And honestly, I wanted to do a 6-speed or more. But yeah, the 5-speed NV4500 is gonna be good. We'll see how it does. The biggest thing to me is, and I was just telling Byron about this, the ramp truck, the 1-ton 92, the first-gen Cummins D350. If it was an automatic, your total combined, that's with a trailer, payload and trailer, your combined weight rating is it's under 13,000 pounds. It's like 12,800 or maybe it's 13,000. It's around there. The actual factory gross rating is 12,500 or 600 or something, and mine is legally gross for 10,000. Combined means trailer behind you as well. And for the automatic trucks, it's barely more than the regular gross rating. For a stick truck, it's like 18,000 pounds combined, loaded truck and loaded trailer. The transmission, the automatic transmission, gives you like a 5,000 pound handicap. It's ridiculous. So that should tell you everything you need to know about how heavy duty that automatic is. It just needs to not exist anymore. Dances with Empire, with Empties, I read that totally wrong, said 70 Challenger over a 70 Cuda would be a tough choice. I disagree. First off, I'm a Dodge guy. And second off, I like the Challenger lines and I like the Challenger grills. I don't like the 70 Cuda grill. I like the 71, and I almost said 71 Cuda, but I just like the Challenger more. I like the body line. I like the character on it. It's a little bigger. Not much, but a little bigger. I just like them, and that is my my go-to. Dennis Wheeler said 5-speed with gear vendors. Well, that'd be good, yeah. But I was looking for a brownie. I've been looking for an auxiliary transmission as well. But I don't think that's going to be necessary. I think just the overdrive in the MV4500 if I gear the rear axle right. And I am changing the axle as well. So I think that'll be totally fine. Patrick Ramberg, good morning. How's it going over there? What is up? Yeah, Hearst did get around. Oh, of course, I just mentioned the Fury GT. Tom had a great video on that 71 Fury GT. If you have not seen it, I recommend you go watch it. It's doing very well for him, and there's a reason for that. He did a crazy deep dive. He had the factory, the data book, Dior data book on it, and going through codes and all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah. Snowmonk with a question. I enjoy your thoughts on the stock Mopar 383. I love it. Should you do one performance-oriented, what would your considerations be? I mean, it's just all down to what you're trying to do. Are you going racing? Are you building a street performer? What are you doing? But yeah, I mean, port a set of heads, put a mild cam in there, and you're going to get a lot. It's going to do cool stuff. But it really depends on the purpose, the plan. Lovejoy's only 22. I knew he was a little guy, but damn. Mexican spec. I'm not a fan of an e-body. Why? I've driven one. Yeah, I owned one for a while. It's so small. Dances with Empty said, 68 Charger beats them all. Well, I've got several Chargers on the desk and only several e-bodies. So yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you there. Where are my e-bodies? There's one. Where's the CUDA? There's a yellow CUDA somewhere. I don't know where it's at. Yeah, I'm a Charger guy. I just realized I turned the gate off when Ava was in here and I forgot to turn it back on. It really cleans up the sound a lot. Dennis Wheeler said, I would go 13 speed in the ramp truck. I was going to, but it's like 1,000-pound transmission, and that will absolutely make me illegal by weight. I wanted to do a 10-speed or a 13-speed. I was looking at them. I think 10-speed would be sufficient. Just the high-low 5-speed pattern seemed pretty chill. I don't need that many ratios. Frankly, I could probably just run in the high range and use it as a 5-speed most of the time. I'm never going to be heavier, even with a trailer. You know, I'm never going to be 20,000 pounds. And so it's serious overkill. But I was looking at it. I was trying to, I'm kind of building a mini semi-truck, kind of. I have dreams of a tilt nose someday. But it's just excessive and it's too heavy. Yep. It's just too heavy. Mm-hmm. Lots of questions I read already. Again, I'm just kind of bouncing between the live comments and the not live comments. Yeah, Byron says the 4500 is going to be minty. Don't want the 13 speed. Yeah, it's just overkill. 13 speed is just a 4-speed. Yeah, if you drive it right. Class B license would solve the weight problem. Well, see, here's the thing about that. I don't want to have to stop at every weigh station between here and Tennessee. And so at 10,000 pounds, I skate under that. In Washington State, at 10,001, you are legally required to stop. If your truck is rated for 10,001, and that is why I licensed it at 10, and I'm keeping it there. Because they changed the laws here. It used to be 12.5 or something, and it is now 10,000 pounds. Oh, Byron says 13 speed is actually 10, usually 6 or 7 at most. Yeah, I understand that, but still. It's only illegal if you get caught. Well, yeah. But also, like, do I need to be carrying all that extra weight for no reason when the pickup, medium heavy pickup transmission will do what I need? So, yeah. There you go. Illegal? What's that? She ain't heavy. She's my ramp truck. Nice. Ross says, my 98 12 valve had multiple grounds all run to a common ground under the driver's side battery box. Yeah. Got to think about that because there are passenger side. Well, those are, yeah, there are a couple individual grounds, but they're going to the battery. So I wouldn't say all grounds, but multiple. Huh, interesting. I'm going to have to look for that next time I'm working on a second gen. Yeah. Finally got to your last cider. Actually, I got one left. But yeah. Byron and I were building a patio, so dry September's over. Open scale houses. Well, yeah, but they're often open, and I just don't want to have to worry about that. Do they have them on weekends? I don't know. But sometimes I'm driving loaded on weekdays. So all I'm saying is I want to avoid as many questions from the local constabulary as possible. And building the truck the way I'm building it, I can at least pretend that I'm still 10,000 pounds. It's right on the bleeding edge. There you go. Oh, Bell James says Y in the Sparkplug code is extended tip. Huh. I'll be damned. Oh, wow. Dougster's recovering from appendicitis and surgery. Ugh. Ugh. Sounds like a party. Dalton Sparks. On the V6 Pentastar, have you run into the cam caps being over-torqued? I've noticed they were tight. I've only had to pull cams on 2 Pentastars. I would say they did feel tighter than the spec, but yeah. My mom, I just don't know how you know how heavy it is without stopping at a weigh station. I have a set of weights here. So I weighed the truck without the car, and I weighed the car, so I know what they are together. The truck was 6,000 before I put it was exactly 6,000 almost, without the heavier winch, the toolbox, the spare tire, or the ramps. And the ramps are heavy. The Demon is exactly 3,200 pounds. So I have 800 pounds slush between the truck without the toolbox and where I am now. And I don't have it down to the pound. So I'm close. I think on the road trip with all my crap and my toolbox and I think I was like maybe slightly illegal. Not sure. Very close. I was definitely going to play dumb if I was ever asked. But yeah, I actually did weigh it. Do they count your... Oh, that didn't include me either, Mexican Spec. And yeah, I think they do. Yep. Yeah, sometimes you can pull into the scales at the weigh station. Sometimes they'll flip the screen out for you. I ain't going to do that, but yeah. Truck stops. Lots of truck stops have them. Do I count as cheap because I have one of those spark plug sandblast cleaners? I had one. I threw it away because it didn't work for crap. Yeah, I guess you do. I just replace them. Like, yeah, you can clean. I've cleaned them off before, but they do wear out, you know. So I just don't. If they're to the point that that's the treatment they need, like, maybe just put new ones in. That's just my thought. Yes, as Derek loves to say, they're getting expensive, but they're not that expensive. Yeah, Robert Fitch. At Woodburn, I was looking for you, but you found me first. Yes, I did, because I saw a More Bad Than Car shirt. Yeah. Nice. Captain Kurt's Garage, did you get that email I sent you about that YouTube guy that had the same problem I had? Yeah, I've had the same problem you had. I thought I mentioned that. Regular Jeff, now that I think of it, do you want to do a revival on a... I didn't watch the video, but yes, Captain Kurt, I did see your email. What's the kicking? How's it going? What was I just reading? Damn it. Where'd it go? What was I saying? I don't know. It's gone forever. Regular Jeff, that was it. Do you want to do a revival on a 75 D100? I could deliver it. Yeah. TheDodgeGarage@gmail.com. Let's talk. I just want the fortune. Don't care about the fame. That's literally me. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to... It's cool. I do enjoy it. I didn't think I would. I like just observing. I didn't think I would like being recognized, but I actually do. It's cool. It keeps happening in my message inbox when I'm trying to sell stuff. But yeah, I didn't get into this for fame or fortune, frankly. But anyway, here we are. Yes, I'm that guy from YouTube. Yeah. I don't know it. I've had a couple other good suggestions for just me shirts, but Tim Liederbrand, how long did it take you to get used to filming everything? About 2 years. There was a long time where I'd be working on things and just went, I have a YouTube channel. I'm making a video right now. I should probably turn the camera on. I've gotten a lot better at it, but yeah, there was a long time. You can go back and watch some of my videos where I say things like, I forgot I have a YouTube channel because, like, I'd be doing a project or I'd be doing part of a project and then go, crap, I need to be filming this. But it does help that the way I do it, I don't film everything I do. I only film myself actually doing things at very particular times. Usually it's I do the thing and then I explain the thing and then I do the thing and then I explain the thing, because no matter how much you tell yourself you can multitask, you can't. So yeah, but it did. There was a long time where that was a problem. Yeah, what I just said to Mosnack, that I don't see the value in it. Just replace him. Yeah, just replace him. That AMC guy said it's nice being appreciated. That's for sure. I completely agree. And I get that a lot. I get a lot of it. Thanks for what you do and that kind of stuff. Oh, perfect. On the same subject, little hot rod shop. Do you remember when I got your autograph? The broken fan from the Cummins? Yeah, I signed it for him. And he threw it in the scrap pile just as he promised. Hell yeah. The only other thing I've ever signed. What was it? It wasn't Lady Parts. What was it? Someone had me sign. Oh, I signed a 72 Fury Wagon. Yeah. Yep. Lovejoy's holding a screaming baby. That checks out. Jeff Curry is looking for a 3.4 Chevy V6. Can't you find 10 of them in any junkyard in America? Helping hand. The internet gives us a constant car show. Yes, very true. Very true. The average 12 valve has been $3,000 for a long $3,000 for a long time, and 4BTs are still more than that. And now I saw like 5 or 10 of them. 24 valve engines especially are like $1,500, but I saw 12 valves for 22, 25. Like the last one I sold was 25, and the last one before that was 35. So I thought that was weird. Anyway, yeah. Before the internet, we had to gather in person. Honestly, and I hate to say this, but I did sign Stone Soup's Decade, but no one asked me to do that. I insisted. Car shows are depressing, especially the local ones. It's always the same people, and they're all getting a little older, and it's seriously, I just find it depressing. And so it's always the same cars. It's always the same car show. What? And so I don't know if you can actually see them, but they were there. Not creepy at all. It's just the same. This isn't a big town, and so car shows are where you market your shop. No, they aren't. I don't want more work. I don't want anyone to bring me any more cars unless they're really cool or good YouTube videos. I'm not literally a vegetarian. That was a joke. Holy crap. I'm reading comments from a really long time ago because I keep going back to the live ones. Car shows are all gray-haired anymore. They're not all, but like most. Laser Mouse, what about mail trucks? You want people to bring you more mail trucks? No, please don't. I told him last week how much I made on YouTube this month, and then I'm going to make even more on YouTube next month, and that I never need to see another mail truck again in my life. And I don't want to, and I'd really like him to find other people to do that. But I said I will fix them if I have to, if you need me to. I'm not unwilling, but I do not want to. Please take them somewhere else. Wow, Russ Peters, that's a good one. Apparently the 3.4 Chevy was hard to find decades ago. I'll be damned. Josh Homan said to rebuild my flatbed out of titanium. I will not be doing that. An aluminum rollback would be amazing, but I'm not doing that either. Vegetarian is an old Native American word for bad hunter. Nice. We're going to do a Dead Dodge Garage car show. That is going to happen, and I think we are at a point in history where if we threw it, we'd end up with enough cars. Like there are enough people near enough that would show that would be really cool. Eric Holsinger with a question a while ago I saw but didn't answer at the time. Does Ava play any instruments? She's learning guitar and drums, and she likes playing a bit of piano, and she asked me to get out the violin, and we were reminded that the thing wrong with the violin is it doesn't have any strings. Mopar Man 1978, what is up? How's it going? Old Iron. See, this is why I have not done a shirt like this before. Because I don't want to do roadkill style shirts. You shouldn't have said that. No, I'm not going to sell it. I'm kidding. I'm going to sell it. The artwork's awesome. And someone volunteered to draw the car. And they did that. And it looks great. So I'm going to put it on a shirt. It's going to be cool. But I don't. This is what I said ages ago. People were like, put the demon on a shirt. Put the charger on a shirt. I don't. Just anyone can do that. I don't want to just do that. So I'm not going to do it for like every car. I'm not going to do that. I want unique stuff. I think the demon picture is cool. It is obviously my demon. It is 100% accurate. At least to the Krager's version of the car. It even still has the tow bars on, although I've technically taken them off. They were left on for the artwork. I insisted on that. They look awesome. It is distinctly my car, and I love that, and I love the artwork. So I'm going forward with that, and we're going to do the ramp truck one because the ramp truck is so unique. It belongs on a shirt. And it's a silly idea. Yes, I am a USPS contracted mechanic. They don't have their own mechanics here. Their big regional place does, but they have to pay to tow them up there, and so it's way cheaper to just pay me. But yeah, I am a USPS contracted repair guy, but I was like, dude, you need to find someone else. Like, I don't need this anymore. I don't want it. I hate every minute of it. I've been doing it since 2020. I've been doing it over 4 years now. Summer 2020, we started doing it. And, God, I just hate it. No, Mom, I don't have the violin. I think Colin does. Anyway, so I am not promising to do this. There may be more shirts with just my shirt on it if my car's on them. If people want to do the artwork, that's cool. But it's not my thing. I want more unique, special. This is only Dead Dodge Garage has a shirt that looks anything like this. Like that's what I really want in life. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to skip through a bunch of comments. I apologize. I've picked out a lot of them. We're at a point in history where I can't read every single one. 62 Newport front end t-shirt, a face only a mother could love. That's a good one. 61 Lancer would be pretty good too. Oh, sorry. Or 62. 63 Valiant is also a face only a mother can love. And I do. Oh, Old Iron, I saw a comment a bit ago. Plot twist. I'm back. Tim Liederbrand should have a shirt that just says "and remember." That's been on the list for a while, yeah. I would have to put an actual "and remember" on it, I think. I'd have to pick a really good one. Kajit has cheese if you have coin. Could you elaborate on how the ramp truck is running without the PCM? That's a question from Alan Campbell, who is a member and has been a member for an entire month. I thought it showed what level of membership you are here, but I'm not seeing that. Huh. The 12-valve Cummins does not need the PCM. It has nothing to do with running the engine. The pump is mechanical. The fuel system is entirely mechanical. See you later, Les. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Does skipping through several comments mean we drink? Well, pick 5 really good and remembers and put them on the back of the shirt. I'm writing that down. It's a good one, AMC guy. I like it. That is a good one. Merch ideas. And remember. 5 good and remembers on the back. That's brilliant. I like it. 12-valve Cummins does not need the PCM for the engine to run. Just power to the pump. That's all you need. It runs the tach if you have a tach. It makes the AC work. It makes the overdrive work if you have an automatic. It makes the charging system work. And that's pretty much it. And you can make all of those things happen without the PCM, which is what I've done on the ramp truck. Everything's manual control right now, and there are other ways to do it too. You can make it so the overdrive and lockup, when you get into a lockup transmission, you can make it so those still work automatically with the PTC kit. PTC? PAC? I think it's PTC. My wife is not a vegetarian. That was a joke. There are ways to do it fancier. Currently on my truck, I have switches for the AC and the overdrive, and it works fine. And I just have an old school 70s voltage regulator making the charging system work. Not that it works well, but it does work. So yeah, all of those trucks are notorious for PCM problems. You can just bypass the PCM for everything that the PCM does. No problem. Classic Dude Mike is here, right on time as usual. We are getting close to Freebird time. I gotta go have burgers. Just saw a comment. What was it? Speed and Demon, what manual trans are you swapping into the Ram truck? NV4500 from a 2000 Ram. Nope. Jeff Curry, I had gray hairs in my 30s, got divorced, not a gray hair since. The gray hairs were caused by parenting and by stress from work, I think. Especially when I had the shop. The stress level was off the chart. Honestly, right, it's lower now, but there's still, there's just too much all the time, and it sucks. No, C-body was not a thing in 55 because essentially there was only one body. They were all full-size cars. There were shorter wheelbases, Plymouths, there were Dodges, etc. There were various, Plymouth had a short wheelbase car and a long wheelbase car in 49 to 51, 52, that era, for example. And I'm sure they did it other times as well. There was a short wheelbase Chrysler and a long wheelbase Chrysler in the late 50s, early 60s. So there was that, but they were all the same platform, essentially, if that makes sense. Different lengths and all that. But there were not different body styles until the Lancer and Valiant came. I don't know why I said Lancer first, until the Valiant came. Then there was a compact car, and then it ended up being small, intermediate, large. But yeah, there wasn't that distinction. It was just everything was a full-size car at that time. Yeah. Oh, Tim Jefferson. I'm 60, but I never assume you don't know because you're young. You know way more than I do. That's one of the reasons I'm here. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate that. Yeah, I know a lot. I don't know everything, but I do know a lot. And I also know how to learn. So that's kind of important. I try to follow people that know stuff I don't, and steal as much of their information as I possibly can. I mean, that's just how you play this game. Oh, Scott DeForge said, howdy, Jamie. Just turned 70. I can honestly say you have cleared up many Mopar-related issues for me. Thanks. Happy to do it, Scott. Thank you. Convoy. We're talking about Convoy now? Wow. Turtle. Yeah, best manual trans for the Ram truck is the tried and true NV4500. Right up until fifth gear goes away. Russ Beater said, shirt, image of a turtle driving a Dodge. And then my mom said, or a turtle riding the ramp truck? Snowmunk VX. Oh yeah, remember the existence of silly putty strongly implies the existence of serious putty. And everybody in the comments said serious putty is C4. Stephen Andrews, did you get all the tiny cars I gave Tom? No, I did not. Nice. Knowing what you don't know is almost as good as knowing it all. See, that's the thing. It's very important to realize that you don't know things. That's huge. There's All Classics new logo. You gotta crop that image so it gets bigger in your circle. That's looking good. I like that. Very professional. Just make it bigger. Yes, Dean Stevenson, who I've seen several comments from, and I hadn't read any yet. It's a specially cultivated chill spot. Indeed, specially cultivated. The fact that, again, as mentioned a bit ago, we see the same names again and again and again every single week, and they tend to hang out for the whole thing. That's pretty cool. And I appreciate it. Brownies are great. The straight cut gear ones are noisy. Well, I don't know if I mind that too much. Oh, Plymouth on Plywood was here and said, I'm in Georgia now with lousy service. See you next week, hopefully. We will see you then. That looks just like the 66 Valiant sedan I used to have. Same color. It's crazy. Anyway, Regular Jeff is out. See you later, Regular Jeff. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Yes, my mom loves the song Convoy. Mexican Spec will listen to a younger guy that has experience. I will not listen to a younger guy that has book learning. I completely agree. I think... Well, I don't completely agree. There's something to get out of book learning as well. There's a whole lot more to be gotten from experience. I will listen to anyone that knows something that I don't. I like to think it's one of my greatest strengths is just the ability to, yep, you've got the right idea. You know, I'm listening to you. That's the right idea. I'm taking that idea. I'm running with it. I had some really negative qualities as a leader and as a manager, but at least I could do that. Whoever's got the right idea has got the right idea. Dan asked with a question again quite a while ago. Good evening, Jamie. What are the chances of more Poly 318 content soon? Have one in my 66 Fury, and I love it. Admittedly, it's not a lot of ponies for a C-body, but it gets the job done. Yeah, they're not amazing, but they are cool. I like them a lot. Oh, Dad La Breton is here. We had a big Christmas family party. It's because some uncles and aunts won't be there on Christmas. Nice. Sounds good to me. Thanks for joining, even if you are late. I'm going to check out pretty soon here. C. Kramer 115. I'm old enough to know I could be wrong. And Dalton Sparks, the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know a whole lot. Yeah, I do know a whole lot, but only about a few particular things. And so that's like anytime we're getting outside of that, again, I'm going to listen to the people who know. But Dan, I don't really have any poly stuff in the near future. I need to work on my Power Wagon. I've been trying to cycle through everything that's been sitting around here forever, and that one is getting pretty close to forever. So I'm probably going to do 65 Newport first, and then we'll talk. Or 64 Newport. I don't even know what it is anymore. And then we'll talk Poly 318 in my Power Wagon. But I don't know when. That thing's stuck outside, so it's going to get to the part of the year pretty soon where outside stuff isn't fun anymore. Anyway. That comment from Dexter was great. Dexter also just said, Charlie Daniels is the man, period. The more I know, the shorter my life gets. Partial to rockabilly. I was never really a rockabilly guy. And I certainly don't like the song The Joker, Dean Stevenson. Really don't. Oh yeah, Eric Holsinger sent me a picture of his 62 Nova that's almost running. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. He did ask if I might be interested in working on that, and I may at some point. God, I've been busy lately. It's ridiculous. Joel Shooter with a question, is there a 5-speed that would work in my Ram Charger? Kind of. The problem is they switched the outputs. They switched the transfer case setup and the front axles in the second gen, which is where you got 5-speed. Well, there were 4-wheel drive. Yeah, okay, yeah. So 5-speed from gas truck, 93 at the latest before they flip the axle. That would work. And it should hook right to your transfer case, probably. But anything from a second gen and newer is not going to work. Yeah. Dances with Empties. My 98 Dodge Diesel Club Cab Auto hauls my drag car and trailer legally and does it well. But given the choice, it would be the 6-speed. Yep, MV 5600. And that's what I wanted, or even a G56 if I could find one. But I got the 4500, and that's okay. I should be able to modify that one to have a speedometer at some point. That would be nice. I had a 99 Cummins with an auto for years and hauled everything with that. My 03 Cummins is an auto, and that's fine. But I want to have headroom. Does that make sense? And all of those automatics in those trucks are on borrowed time, especially, and I hate to tell you this, in your second gen. They just, yeah, they're on borrowed time. Yep. Yeah, I looked at Clark's too. Yeah, but I that's not what I want. I think the NV is going to be perfect. Very interesting. Yeah, again, I apologize. I'm going to miss a whole... How dare you, Jamie? Rockabilly is good, if you say so. I'm going to miss a whole lot of comments because I'm starving and I got to get out of here. But what is the standard temp of a 440? What is the high temp you should pull over? I was getting worried at 190, 200. No, I wouldn't worry about 210 is like, okay, stuff's getting a little sketchy. 220 is like, I don't want to see it any higher than this. And you could even, I mean, you could push it beyond that a little bit and still, like, it's not the end of the universe. But no, I wouldn't be worried at all at 200. I usually run 190 thermostats. So you're going to see 195, 205. You are okay there. I would 220 is where I'm going. It's getting a little hairy. And make sure you've got a precise gauge there. Yeah. Nice. Oh, yeah, Tom does it all the time. Forgets that he has a channel. Scott DeForge, where do we go to see what you have for sale? Facebook. Everything I sell is listed on Facebook Marketplace in Aberdeen, Washington. You can actually search for my name, Jamie Atwood 2 T's, on Marketplace, and you should find my ads, I think. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a pretty highly rated seller on there. No big deal. No big deal. Oh, that's funny. My mom went into a local shop recently wearing her Dead Dodge Garage shirt. And the guy at the register said, "Hey, you're Jamie's mom, aren't you?" Well, he might not know me from Dead Dodge Garage. He might remember me and you from my time in school. I don't know. How much of a pain was it wiring that 392 E-body swap? I didn't enjoy it. It took me a while. A good bit of a pain, but I do understand it. Oh, good. I just got a message I've been waiting for. That's good. Okay. Anyway, if you don't understand wiring, if you don't love wiring, do not do it. That's all I can say. It was okay for me. I've done a lot of it, but it's tough. There's so many ends. There's so much you have to think about. It's just rough. Snowmonk said, all your vids, almost, I think he meant always, tell a little story, start to finish. It's neat and informative. That is exactly it. It's intentional. It's a big part of this. It is storytelling. Musneck, I will not be doing that. Dennis Wheeler does not love wiring. Yeah, then don't do it, man. It's tough. It's really tough. If you are all in on electrical and you totally understand it, then it's no big deal. Oh, there's McLovin. I asked where he was a bit ago. He's super late, but he's in Texas for a business trip. Just got back to the hotel. How's the night? Not bad, not bad. I'm getting hungry and I got to run. Excuse me. Yeah, Robert Fitch would definitely show up for the Dead Dodge Garage Car Show. I know that. E55, that is the code for a 4-speed. The tag codes are not actually, it's an A833. That is the engineering code or whatever, but that's not the option code that you'll see on the tag. Ronald Ray wants better shirt quality. I'm sorry, man, but... Oh, you don't like the art. I'm not... I like the art. Yeah, maybe you were the one that complained. That is my friend's artwork on those shirts. I love it. It is more than good enough for me. It's beyond what I ever expected. I love that style. Here's the artwork right here. I'm not changing the artwork. And as far as the shirts themselves, they are the nicest shirts I could find. They are super high quality. They're super soft and comfortable. They are my favorite shirts to wear. I only have 3 of them. I need to buy a bunch more. If you don't like the artwork, don't buy my shirts. And I will not apologize. But I already saw your comment about that on a video. At least I'm pretty sure that was you. And sorry, I'm not changing the style. I like it. And at the end of the day, I think that's all that matters. Yes, you can gravity bleed your clutch. I recommend that. All Classics Restorations needs cheese too. Mosneck has cheese and war crimes. Oh. That's where that comment came from. The I Hate Cars, Tony already did that, and it's a great shirt. I do like that. Nice. Stay. That's a good one. I like that one. I want you to know that's not something I do for video. That's just something I do to things. It always... I've done that for a long time. I'm writing that down. That would be awesome. Stay. I say that to inanimate objects all the time. There's no good reason. No, I got it. Oh, 5 variations of the shirt. Huh. I was thinking a list of them. Yeah. I gotta think about that. Okay. I liked my idea of your idea too. Yeah. You need shop shirts to sell. Well, I sell shirts. Oh, Eric Holsinger got his shirt. Awesome. I like your t-shirts. They're good quality. I'm telling you. And I like the artwork. The criticism was of the artwork, and he's the only one that's ever said anything about that. That has ever said that the designs get better designs. If you don't like them, just don't buy them, and I don't blame you at all. But again, like, I love it. I think it's really cool. It's super unique, and the amount of work that went into that is my Power Wagon. You understand? That's not a Power Wagon off the internet. That is literally my Power Wagon that's on the logos. And the Challenger one, that's an actual real life car, and it was painstakingly laid out in design, and it's awesome. Oh yeah, Vic was the one with that shirt. He's sending it to me. It's hi, I'm Jamie. This is Dead Dodge Garage, and this is my T-shirt. Okay, I can't play Convoy. I gotta play something and leave. I'm starving. Ken Nellis, cheap front disc brake setup on a 61 Valiant. Yeah, later A body, but you need the upper control arms too. I've never watched Convoy actually for some reason, but I do really want the duck. And I thought about putting the duck on the ramp truck, but then I decided if someone could 3D print me a Prudence head, that would be mint. No, I don't know any of his songs. I had a song I wanted to learn, but I didn't. Oh, it's... What is it? Woke up this morning. I need to actually learn the song, probably. Please don't bury me down in the cold, cold ground. I'd rather have them cut me up, pass me all around, blow my brain in hurricanes. I can have my eyes, and the deaf can take both of my ears if they don't mind the size. Give my knees to the needy. All right, that's all I got. I'm leaving. Thanks everybody. Again, if I earache in my eye, that's a good one. If I did not get to your comment, I apologize. If you have actual technical questions, you can always email me at deaddodgegarage@gmail.com. And I will try and answer you. I don't promise to do that immediately. I do promise to answer immediately if you're a gold member. Hell, I'll even I'll give you my personal deets and maybe my phone number if you ask really nice. It wasn't Steve Earle, but hopefully you like that one too. Oh, Mossneck's gonna print me a Prudence head. It's got to be 2 inches across. Would probably get the scaling about right. Yeah, be really good. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. Really appreciate it. I do apologize for totally screwing up on comments. Haven't done that yet. Maybe someday. Haven't done electric power steering, but it's a good move. Don't tempt me with a good time. Pick starting idle. Ear. 38 total timing. Random guess. It's 34 to 38. Watch performance timing curves for dummies like me because I actually discuss that a little bit better. Yes, the 441's good for a 440, but watch performance timing curves for dummies like me as well if you haven't. I think you have, but yeah, 38's a random guess based on the size and compression and yada yada. I'm leaving. Again, if you have specific technical questions, hit me in the comments or an email. And thank you very much for everybody hanging out. I saw a question about header gaskets, A-body 3T manifolds. No, just do the proper grinding so they don't hit and use regular gaskets. I've done that before and it's worked. But that'll work too. All right, bye everybody. Thank you. Appreciate it. Big thanks to my members, especially. I appreciate it. Okay, bye. Yeah, understood. All right, good to know. We might need it. Okay, bye. 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 Later. Bye. See ya. Thanks. Bye.